I won't be great all the time, but all the time I will be. That's something I came up with the other day. Actually, it was last night. What's good, Team Agent K? If you enjoy this type of content, make sure to leave a like, comment down, and subscribe. I said that because it kind of reminds me of just myself, and also the fact that the imperfection and flaws of me are kind of what make me individualistic. Me, compared to anyone else, are indifferential. We act as like this existence of each other, almost a projection of each other, yet we are so different in many ways. And when I started this channel, and really what I'm referring to is my show that we do, our podcast, the XO Show, we talk about news, trending topics, drama, anything of that nature for the fun of it. We cover a couple topics and we just do whatever, really. But I almost find the nature of the show so beautiful because what it actually tells to is the existence of the show is hitting bell curves and hitting radar so significant that our names are in rooms that we never thought would be, from this sort of disconnection and disproportionate stance from regular old nobody or losers like myself to full-on celebrities, right? You know, celebrity culture for me always felt so far. Hollywood always felt so far. It's over there. You know, I'm never going to be on Disney Channel. I'm never going to be on Nickelodeon. I'm never going to see Selena Gomez. I'm just going to be a fucking firefighter with kids and family, and that's it. But as time goes on, you realize that that world is not as foreign, you know, extraterrestrial, extravagant as it seems. And that significance is almost beautiful because as the definition of celebrity changes, that bell curve and that epitome of the parabola almost becomes a plateau. So we exist in this world now as like celebrities and streamers are kind of the same people. YouTubers and celebrities are kind of the same people. Influencers, TikTokers, etc. They're all in the same category of what you want to see as an influential figure. And influence is the most probable cause for someone to try to annihilate you. Look at Andrew Tate. See, if Andrew Tate was ineffective, they would have left him alone. But because his effectiveness on the male dominant species created people who didn't want to fall susceptible to the political climate, it changed the paradigm forever. And that ties back to my statement, I won't be great all the time, but all the time I will be. This is a test to not all the time are you going to be great and that's fine. My alarm just went off. Not all the time will you be great and that's fine. And I know this because an effortless amount of effort from trying things have almost become great in my eyes to what I thought was so impossible. So I had this song called Brekkie Hill. I talk about this all the time on my show, the XO Show. If you want to go watch it, we go live pretty much every day, as much as we can. And we just talk about things, life in general. Well, this show, or not the show, this song gave me an outlook on how greatness can even become. And the reason is because when I started the song, it was never a song. It was literally me just, you know, saying whatever on a track. And it became something greater. But the effortlessness, the not trying hard, is something that made the song so good to me. I feel like in the world, a lot of the times we try to be great so much, so often, that you kind of get lost in the effort of you still just got to exist, bro. Sometimes you just got to exist and just do what you can, you know, just be what you can be, right? Even if you don't believe, right, that your what's happening is great or greatness, at least go with the flow. Try the effortless task. I feel like when you try too hard, you get lost in the overconsumption. When you try too hard, you lose yourself in the midst of greatness. I think greatness comes from not only just effort, but effortlessness, neutrality with the cause. Sometimes every day is not going to be great, but as long as you did the best you can, then I think that is enough to express a gratitude in which your life is just enough. Sometimes it's not about going as hard as you can, but it's about going. You get me? And that is a test to what I'm talking about today. I won't be great all the time, but all the time I will be. You know, this show that we do is not that special. We just sit, we talk, and we leave. But the fact that it's made an impact, it has inspired few, it has created avenues and has influenced people to lengths hitherto undreamt of, is why I'm so proud of myself to even start this channel as a creator. You know, as this tiny little micro celebrity, I never thought that I could get to a great stature or influence anyone in it. I'm thinking my whole thing with the channel is like, we're just going to do whatever and see what happens. And if people watch, they watch. If they don't, they don't. And what's become of it is the lack of even trying that hard somehow has made it greater. Like the ambition from me, it's like the lazy ambition kind of created more than me actually putting in too much effort. Does that make sense? Like if I put in OD effort and still got the same results or didn't get any results, what would be the difference? But the thing is, I still kept going, regardless of if I put in extra effort or not. And I think that that right there is important because it ties to the consistency of everyone. Not everyone can be the best. It's impossible. Right? That's why we have the best. Not everyone's going to get number one, but you can still try. And that right there is important for you to know, because sometimes trying is all the best you can do. And sometimes that's just enough. So yeah, that's my yap about greatness. I won't be great all the time, but all the time I will be. Team HNK, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it inspired you to remember you are what you say you are. You are what you think you are. And a lot of times you probably are great. So with that being said, I will see you guys when you're older. Peace.